what's good? It's your boy. Carlos Harris, aka Crazy Uncle. Hey, guess what? This your first time tuning in. Go ahead. Hit doggone subscribe button. Hit notification bell every time I post some new content. Once again, I'm under the weather. My ribs hurt. It hurt for me to cough and all that kind of shit. But I felt like I had to talk about this, because I seen it, but I really wasn't paying attention to it too much. And then I was talking to one of my friends earlier about this, and then I actually really watched it on TV, and I was like, okay, so they found him guilty of murder. I'm talking about Karmelo Anthony, because for the most part, I thought they was talking about the basketball player. I'm like, damn, he done fucked up Lala or whatever, Lala, Lulu. Excuse me. So I thought he done knocked off his ex-wife or whatever, right? But okay, these high school students. So they were 17 at the time. They were 17, damn near 18 now. They both 19, or one of them is 19, or whatever. Whatever the case may be, right? It was at a track meet. And so, Karmelo, he come in, this first and foremost, this is a school function. Even if it wasn't a school function, just know that it was a function for the general public. Security has to be involved. How the hell he get that knife in past security? I mean, it's raining, right? Don't you let the shower hit your motherfucking ass? I mean, water is water, whether it's coming from outside or whether it's coming from your goddamn shower head faucet. Water is water. You gonna run away from the shower, motherfucker? Plain and simple. I mean, let's be reasonable here, right? I mean, if it's raining out there, I'm pretty sure that the coaches, they're not gonna let y'all run on those slick tracks. I get all that. And I'm not, and this just me, 21 years United States Army, okay? I stood out in the rain. We ran in the rain. It didn't fucking bother us. But with everything being said, there's a lot of questions. I done heard what ABC had to say about it. I done heard what other folk had to say about it. So I'm just looking at the simple fact now. Okay, how did he get that knife past security? And depending on what the fuck is going on, whether it was just them two by themselves or whether it was a group of people, a lot of commotion happened. So you mean to tell me that this guy had time enough to reach in his bag, grab the knife? You know what? Hold on. Now, I don't know how many inches this blade is. So you mean to tell me, let's just say that this is okay, let's just say this is 5.5. So according to Texas state law, you can have a blade like this and it not be illegal. But just because Texas state law said, oh, this is legal, that don't mean that you have to abide by Texas state law, right? no knives are allowed on any type of campus, any type of facility where that people could actually really get hurt. You, the perpetrator, most especially, right? So you mean to tell me, okay, let's just say for shits and giggles, this is his bag right here. So a commotion happens. Depending on what the fuck is going on, pushing and shoving going on, right? So you mean to tell me that this guy, he had enough time to reach through his bag, because you know he had to find it, reach in his bag, pull it out in a certain way, and then come. So you mean to tell me that this dude did not see that blade coming? I'm calling bullshit on this, people, all goddamn day long, right? Now, whether or not that he saw it himself, but the people around him did. Did nobody block this motherfucker? You know, I'm just looking at shit, you know, and then it's just for the simple fact, okay, what caused this young man to bring a knife to school in the first place? What tension was between these two? Because you're not just gonna bring a knife to school just to bring a knife to school, right? I mean, hey, listen. I listen. I'm just asking questions right now, right? I mean, and then they said he stabbed the guy, right? And then they said he died later. Now, I'm gonna tell you. I'm listen. It's story time now. This is way back in the 70s. My mother, with her first husband, very abusive guy. They got into it one night, and my mom went into the kitchen, got a knife, stabbed him in the chest. He survived, but it was that, put like this, it was that damn close to his heart, right? And so, and then they actually said, you know, a few more inches to the left or the right, she'd have got you in the heart. You'd have died. Right? Died instantly. They said, you know, to my understanding, he didn't die until like a couple hours later. Which actually really makes, you know, they're like say, I really don't know the actual report, but it was almost like, okay, they said that he didn't die until like later on. Right? Now, depending on how, if he collapsed, depending on how he collapsed, that you know, that has a lot to play. That has a lot to play in it too. But unless you got him straight in the heart, he ain't dead. They just saying that it is, right? And then just like say, you know, I'll be the first one to tell you. Put like this: anytime when they televise something, anytime when they televise a court trial on television, just know that it's straight bullshit, people. Ain't no cameras allowed. What you in there drawing pictures for? Right? Hey, no cameras allowed. Y'all don't need to know what the fuck is going on. The only thing that y'all need to know is going on, hey, the verdict or the jury, right? They got all the evidence that they need. Or did they even get all of the evidence? Right? So I'm just looking at it like this, you know. I mean, I don't know who knew who and why. I really don't know what the jury selection was. I don't know who was responsible of selecting the jury, right? But murder is murder. You know, I mean, But then again, I'm just like, okay, all that shit could have been avoided. Okay, so out of all that, one person is dead, so they say. One person is going to jail, so they say. But what about the goddamn security? Right? Where was the security in all of this? What about the people that was involved? People that actually really saw that shit take place. Oh, you was there? You didn't try to stop it? Guess what? You need to bring, yeah, you come get some of this heat round too. Right? Because everybody they ask people asking the wrong goddamn questions. My question is this: how the hell he get that damn knife in the school? How he actually get it out there on the field? How was he able to? How was he able to pull it out that damn fast and stab that guy? If indeed that was the motherfucking case. Put like this: when it ain't no news happening, these motherfuckers they will create some shit. Plain and simple. And I'm not just telling y'all this as the crazy uncle. I'm just telling you this because I've seen this shit too many times. A lot of y'all might say to me, "Oh, you playing the race card," but let's actually really just stop and think about it for a minute. Since the O.J. Simpson trial, these motherfuckers ain't been right since then. O.J. killed Anna Nicole Simpson. I beg to differ. Go take a real good look at Megyn Kelly on Fox News, right? But they got OJ. They try to get him for murder. And he got off. Motherfuckers been pissed off ever since then. And that was what, 91? Sweet. When was the OJ? Was it in 91 or 94 with the OJ Simpson trial? Okay, hold on. Let's do this. What year was the OJ trial? 1995. Right? So that was 31 years ago. Okay. Out there in Los Angeles. Los Angeles, right? So hey, go figure. So but my whole deal is motherfuckers they've been right since 1995. And it really don't fucking matter how many times we lose. And and I'm not trying to play the race card here, right? I'm not trying to play the code card. I'm not, and that's what a lot of motherfuckers. That's what they gonna actually really. When they look at this, they're gonna be like, okay, yeah, he playing the race card, motherfucker. Really? I got 206 bones just like you got 206 bones. Right? I got 33 vertebrae in my back just like you got 33. Do I need to go in the motherfucking fuck? I'm just giving you a basis of what the fuck happened. Some of y'all gonna be like, okay, yeah, send his ass to jail. Yeah, make him do some time. Right? But then again, I also look at it like this. That one song that Public Enemy had out long time ago, right? They said, when a black man kills a white man, that's murder one. They got him on the first degree, right? But when a white man kills a nigger, that's self-defense. But when a nigger kills a nigger, that's just another dead nigger. I mean, so let's actually really stop and think about this for a minute. Right? Look at Trayvon Martin. Look at what happened to him. If indeed you want to say something happened to him. Look at George Floyd. Look what happened to him. If indeed you really want to believe that shit. Right? know a so-called race war when you see one, people. This is all what the fuck they trying to do. They trying to keep us apart. And some of y'all motherfuckers buy this shit. Y'all eat it up as if you was eating a spicy bowl. And then just know they're going to have to tie you up to Arca Orville's boat and drag your bare, lily white butt or ugly black butt across the swamp to put out that ass fire. I'm just telling you, right? Stop buying into the bullshit. If that boy dead, then I'm dead right now. I mean, because for like this, people can survive a punctured lung. Clyde Dobbins did, right? And so I'm just telling you, right? You know, unless he had other complications. So, matter of fact, hold on. Let's do this. Did what his name? Austin Metcalf? Did Austin Metcalf die? Yes, he did. So the trial was the day. So that's like April 2nd, 2025. So one day after my birthday, April Fool's Day. Right? Hey, go figure. Y'all might want to do that shit by the numbers. So at the time, right, he was 17. So they both were 17, right? So and then they say he had a twin. He had a twin. So who the fuck did he really kill? Even if he killed somebody. See how they do this shit? Right? Because right to this day, who you gonna know who's who? That's what I'm saying, people? Y'all better learn. Fatal stab wound to the chest. So did it hit him in? So did it hit him in the heart? So let's say this, because to be perfectly honest now, you get stabbed in the chest, and it could be fatal and it not be fatal. Okay, was Austin Metcalf stabbed in the heart? Okay, Metcalf pushed Anthony, according to witnesses who said Anthony then pulled out a knife, stabbed him in the chest. The teens, both from Frisco, didn't know each other. Okay, so again, I'm listening to all this. So again, you know, they're not saying that he did, they're not saying that he didn't, but he died. But I'm just like, okay, he got a twin brother. So how do we know who died? How do we know who died, people? Right? And then they're like, say, guess what his brother's name is? Hunter. Okay. All right. So again, this is what the fuck you gotta look at, people. Right? You know, what crazy I can tell y'all? Like, when there's no news, these motherfuckers, they will create news. Plain and simple. Right? To be perfectly honest, I really don't think nobody's dead. And this coming from the motherfucking crazy uncle. Y'all can take it however the fuck y'all want to take it. But he got a twin brother. How in the hell are y'all going to actually really identify who's who? Plain and simple. because as far as we know right now, the goddamn trial is over with. He's been found guilty of murder. You got stabbed in the chest, and then from the picture that I saw, right, the stab wound was way up here. Your chest is your heart is right in here. It's in this area, so it's damn near dead center. It sit off like this. So depending on how he was stabbed, if he came in him like this, then if nothing else, okay, you got the chest. You got you done punctured the shit out of that fucking lung. Right? But maybe I'm saying just a little bit too much right now, because it's just like, I was telling my friend, I'm like, okay, just sit back and relax, right? Some more shit is gonna come out later, because even after all this shit, after all this shit, what I'm telling y'all right now, watch they go back and say, oh, he was stabbed in the heart. That's why he died. Just like say, people get their ribs broke, people get a punctured lung, collapsed lung, whatever. You can come back from that shit. Because the paramedics, 911 was called once the shit happened. Unless the first responders, they was late as shit, unless they was dragging ass. Unless they was dragging ass. So there's a lot of other shit that's involved that people got to look at. So, hey, that's my spiel. That's how I feel. Hey, it is what it is. So with that being said, tell your mama, tell your daddy, tell your dad, tell your birthday, your uncle, your auntie, your grandma, your papa, motherfucker next door, cross street, right in the corner. Paulus Harris, aka Crazy Uncle. I'm gonna holler at y'all.